What should I call this video? Should I call this video like why Negroes don't get married? Or
you can't say why Negroes don't get married. You can't title it that.
And take. So we just got done cooking an amazing meal. It's amazing. You got the rice, your chicken, cornbread, corn on the cob. So it's a good Southern meal. It's not even Southern. It's just it's a good meal. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this meal. Don't let us die. Amen. That's a good one. That's a good one. So the purpose of this video is that while we're eating the meal that we prepared, we want to talk about Black love and how I think Black people don't get married a whole lot. I know you have very, very strong opinions about that. And so I just kind of want to just dive into it. And so I think in general, something that I realized that a lot of Black people have kids and whatnot, but I think a lot of times we don't get married to each other. And then when I look at our counterparts, our white counterparts, I think the whites typically get married younger and sooner. And I don't know if they stay married longer, but what do you think about that?
Well, my question would be like, why do you think that we don't get married? Like, because I'm still trying to figure out like why is it, Black people? Why not all people?
Real talk could be all people. I haven't done any hard research on this. I'm just like looking at people that I know, people that are in my life. Gotta get it right. Some good light over here. Shout out to the window. Good light. But I'm just looking at people that I know, and it seems like Black people wait a little bit longer to get married, if they get married. So let me take a bite first. You guys can awkwardly watch us eat.
This is a video about Black marriage plus a mukbang.
Some bomb food. Let's go. Let's go.
It's good. We have some notes here about this video. So I guess his point of view could be the fact that, I mean, in all honesty, I know like for me, I haven't seen too many marriages in my family, except for maybe like my grandparents. My mom and dad got married when I was just a baby. And they also got divorced when I was just a baby. And still to this day, I don't know why. But I know like my siblings, they are just kind of like, marriage, who wants a piece of paper? Like, why? And I guess it really just depends on like what you saw when you were growing up. Like, who made marriage like this important thing to you? Me per se, like I still believe in like the constitution of marriage and all that it stands for. But that's just because like I've done my research. I haven't been, caught up on how I was raised.
Yeah. I think the way you view marriage does have a lot to do with your childhood. Like for me, I grew up, my parents were married and they're still married to this day. I think they've been married like 20, I'm 27, 26. How old am I?
Oh, you're a little baby. You're 26.
I'm 26.
27 in
So that means my parents have been married for like 28, 29 years. And so it's been very beautiful watching their love. And so I want that. I want to have like an amazing wife that like somebody that can support me and kind of do life with. And so that's beautiful. So that's my ultimate goal. But I know there's a lot of people like marriage for them, like you said earlier, it's just a sheet of paper.
And there's always been like a negative outlook for a lot of people about marriage. It's
because divorce is so high.
Yeah.
I think divorce rate is hovering around like 48 or 49%. So their mindset is, why would I get married if there was a 50% chance that we're just going to get divorced later? Let's save all these assets and not have to go through the court system and all that.
But I mean, a lot of thing of it too is that people are getting married, but it's not like, how do I put this? Like I have friends who've gotten married, but there's like no biblical weight on their marriage. It's just like, we're just together. I mean, a lot of thing of it too is that people are getting married, but it's not like, how do I put this? Like I have friends who've gotten married, but there's like no biblical weight on their marriage. It's just like, we're just together just because like we're married, gotcha. But there's like no biblical weight on your marriage. And essentially like it's a relationship. It's something that you have to work on constantly. Like you have to wake up every single day making a choice to choose that person. And a lot of people aren't in it for that. It's just, we're together.
I think they're probably maybe for like the Instagram photos and maybe the wedding. I think a lot of people focus more on the wedding day than they do the actual marriage. Because leading up to the engagement and the wedding, you get like a lot of attention on yourselves. Family comes together, gives you gifts. They say really nice, pretty things at the wedding. And then next day you have to wake up next to somebody who you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with. And so, also I think, I'm not going to try to be like sexist, but I feel like a lot of women put a lot of, I feel like I'm trying to watch my words carefully. I don't want to try to come for me. I don't want you to come for me either. A lot of women put like marriage on like a pedestal. Maybe it's not even women, maybe it's just society. Because if a woman's at a certain age, she's not married, then she'll look at disfavorably. Like maybe something's wrong with her, quote unquote, is what society says. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So maybe women say to themselves, well, I need to get married. That's like the pedestal that I'm trying to reach in my life. Because you can have an amazing career and amazing passion and work in your community and work in your job. But if you're not married, you're less than, is what their mindset would say, which I completely disagree with.
I mean, a lot of people do that. Like, that happens to me all the time. People are like, so you're turning 29 this year? Oh my, I turned 29 this year! Clinton,
that's
oh
a
my
blessing.
God.
Hey, when's your birthday? I'm gonna eat my bell pepper and peach. I really don't know. When is it for real? Anyway, what was your point? I feel like I should know this. You know when's my birthday?
August 10th.
Oh, dang it. That's so bad when somebody knows your birthday, you don't know theirs. When is your birthday? Anyways.
See, like, everybody's trying to figure out when is it gonna be your turn? When you gonna get snatched up? And it's like, because people are so on their own time clock and they don't realize that I'm not running on your time, I'm running on God's time. Whenever he sees fit, he sees fit for that to happen for me, then it will.
That was a word for the woman. Actually, that's a word for anybody.
And I mean, we get so caught up on what other people are doing and how life is going for other people that we're like, why aren't I married yet? I mean, come on. You're 28, you're turning 29, you're gonna be 30 soon, the clock is ticking, why aren't you married? And if you stay so caught up on what other people are saying, then you'll get caught up on that and be questioning yourself, like, why aren't I married? And then that causes women to put marriage on such a high pedestal. Because I've been in that mindset where I'm like, all my friends are getting married, like all my friends are having babies, when is it my turn?
I will say that comparison is so evil. Comparison is so tricky. Yes. Especially with social media. Not even social media. You can see it in real life where such and such may be getting married and then maybe you feel some type of way. Yep. I feel like as a dude, I have honestly never felt that way. When I see people get married, it's like, oh, congrats to them. And I'll get married eventually. It'll happen for me. But I think there is a lot more pressure for women, unfortunately. So one of my favorite podcasts is a podcast called Cuffing Season with Ev and Rontel. I love this show because they have a video version of it, but it's essentially a podcast, and it's two black people talking about their love. So they're engaged right now, and they're going to be getting married later this year. And I just love seeing like a positive image of black people. Like I feel like you can never get too many positive examples of that. Usually, when I first scrolled through the description, I thought it was going to be some type of like maybe reality show type black couple where it was like baby mama drama or somebody's in jail or some type of issues of drama. But this is literally a normal black couple who just navigating through life. They used to live here they lived in like Tallahassee or Jacksonville for a while.
So now it's kind of seeing like our people doing something positive. And
exactly. And they're a young couple. They're probably like early 30s. And Ebony actually talks about that where she looked around for a little bit and said like, hey, when's my time? Because I guess she would look around and see some of her other peers getting married and kind of feel that a little bit of that loneliness, but she kind of held in there and got her Prince Charming, as she says. And so it's amazing. It's an amazing podcast. So Rontel and Ebony, if you want me on your podcast, shout out to me.
Shameless plug, y'all.
That's it.
Shameless plug.
Also, let's go ahead and shout out our social media. My social media is @great_things, and Fantasia's is.
I have two.
Fancy.
You can follow me at Slay Your Life, and life spelled LYFE on Instagram. Also, you can follow me at Herba Kisses on Instagram, HERBAKISSEZ. And you could also follow me on YouTube.
What's your channel name on YouTube?
Slay Your Life. It's spelled exactly like Slay Your Life.
Gotcha. So I'll put all these in the description. So,
and it wasn't until I got older where I actually saw like healthy marriages where people were transparent about the things that they went through in their marriage and how they overcame those things. And those are the type of stories that actually give you hope and, you know, still give you something like, okay, marriage is hard. We get that. Marriage is tough, you know, marriage, the good, bad, the ugly, but it's like, at the end of the day, these people that are creating these examples are still waking up and deciding to choose one another.
Exactly.
And that's what's beautiful about it.
So that's why I love the podcast, because you see a positive example of Rob, Rontel, and Ebony doing Black Love together, but also seeing it in person, like you kind of just mentioned, is so much better. Like, you see people in the community, you see maybe the teachers, maybe people at work who are been married for boohoo years. So that shows you that there's still hope out there. I think we live in like a pop microwave type society where you want everything like quick.
We want it now.
And then you end up sometimes getting married to somebody and then you get like quick to get divorced. And so it's just a whole mess. But if you wait for the right person, then I think you'll be good. That's so good. I think marriage is a beautiful thing. If it's the right person. Sometimes you just know internally, you know. I don't think you need to rush into anything. And so for all my unwed people who are living together, I don't feel like you should feel pressured to get married, because you shouldn't get married to somebody that you're just going to get divorced from. And then vice versa for any people that are in marriages, I would just say give that over to God, because
look, divorce is expensive, honey.
A lot of money. So you just have to be, prayed up. You have to be ready in all things. So I think that's pretty good.
You need a sponge, not a brush.
So she stole the cleanliness of this cup.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Again, follow me online at great_things. Great is with a Q. And then follow Fantasia at
Slay Your Life. Life spelled LYFE. On Instagram. On YouTube, just Slay Your Life.
All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.